Welcome, loves. This is the Sacred Ravens Tarot Vision, your channel for transformation and truth. And we're going to do a little something different, okay? This is a little something new that I'm adding to this channel, a bit of a series about the energies that we're all facing as we move through these various phases and cycles in time, because we are also connected. If this is your first time to my channel, I want to thank you for being here. Welcome. And to my loves who have been with me thus far, welcome back, my babies. I love you. You're all my sacred ravens. My name is Jamie. I am a soul work intuitive, a spiritual mentor, and a life purpose career coach, okay? So I work with my intuition and spirit in order to provide spiritual guidance for all of you, as well as training and coaching in emotional intelligence, emotional healing, spiritual awareness and awakening, and giving you energy updates on where we're all at as a whole. I'm going through a transition and change myself, revolutionizing everything in my life, and happily doing it with all of you, okay? Only I've decided to level up, okay, and lead this pack, and I hope you join me. You can find all the information about me and where to find me in the description box, okay? Definitely subscribe, share, like this video, and let me know in the comment section what you guys are going through right now. I really want to know. I want to be able to connect deeply with you guys and see just how close we all actually are energetically as we go through this phase. Okay? So this is the 5 things about the solstice, winter solstice energies. Okay? Number 1. And I know this is true for many of you. I've seen it. The dark night of the soul. Spiritual depression. I even wrote notes. Strong is the new pretty, by the way. I did that because I myself have been going through these changes at a rapid rate. And I've been on this journey for a long time. It took a huge turn for me a little over 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, almost. And it's been going up and up and up and up ever since, and I sense a turning point. We're all going through it. But what's more is this existential crisis. People are going through an existential crisis, a midlife crisis even for some of you, quarter life crisis for some of you. It's spiritual depression. It's a dark night of the soul. It is an awakening. However, what happens is you go through this process of shedding. You go into this process of diving really deep. Things start to unfold. You begin to see things that you didn't see before. Truths come to the surface that you weren't ready for, prepared for. And it can really do a number. It throws you for a loop. Reality sets in. A wake-up call begins. It's like you're shooken up. But the thing is, with the dark night of the soul, it reveals to you a lot about your life, about the pains and the awareness of these things. You can see how they came and went, how they developed, how maybe you didn't heal from them, and how maybe you've been responding to life in a way that isn't healthy because of them. Well, this spiritual depression, it's causing you to ask questions about life in a much deeper way than you ever have before. Some of you have been trying to run away from it because it's just too much. It's just really heavy stuff. But it's this heavy because you're, for the first time, facing it. For the first time looking at it. And everything around us seems unstable. You don't know what to believe. You know, many of you are just trying to figure this out. And for those of you that have been on the road with me and have been around the block with this stuff, you can sense a culmination. Something is coming. Facing your shadow, number 2. You see where some of your darkest patterns are. Especially those of you that have been making incredible changes in your life. You have had some successes. And you're really on a roll. And you really have made some headway. You're excited about life. You're getting things done, and you notice that, you know, you'll be on a road. Things will be flowing, right? Things will be going, and then somehow you throw yourself back a few steps because of this shadow aspect of yourself, these patterns that sabotage you. It could be because of the fear of success. It could be because of the fear, okay, of failure, of looking foolish. It could be the fears of the changes that are coming, you know, feeling comfortable, not wanting to let it go. And for me, I realized that I had been doing this at a certain point, that when I was on a roll and things were going good, I would kind of feel like I had extra credit. I'm like, oh, I'm good, I'm great. I've built up this, I've gone up here, I've been doing this. I can cheat a little bit. I can celebrate a little bit. I can kick back a little bit. But what happens then is I'm thrown back, so I have to make my way back in to where I was all over again. And I noticed I would do this every time I was like on the precipice, on the verge. It was almost like I was like saying, I'm here. And then like stage fright. It's like feeling good, getting it. And you're about to go on stage to do your thing and you stop. And you run away. It's like you're ready to go and give that speech. You've been writing it. It's good. It's perfect. You edit it. You got it right. You've been pumping yourself up. And then you get out there and you draw a blank and you run away. Or it's the other way around. You feel like, hey, you know what? I've been working hard. I deserve this or that. And I can do a little bit of this. I can take a few days off. But what really happens is you've just messed up your flow. And now you just really taking yourself back a few steps. And now you've got to climb back up that ladder. And you could have been, you know, eons ahead of yourself. But because you did that again, at that same point, right before you got to the mountaintop, now you got to start over again, virtually. So let's move on to number 3. Fears and having deeper questions about the unknown. We all want to know how things are going to turn out. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? But life doesn't always offer us that, right? We, many of us, are perfectionists. And we have to learn how to get a grip on it. It's a form of control. It is control. It's trying to make a situation turn out in a certain and very specific kind of way. But we don't always get that. You can put in your efforts, right, the best that you can, and then you surrender it to the divine, and you trust. What a hard thing that is to do. That was a big lesson I'm still working with. But I've come so much farther from where I was, where I had been. But right now, a lot of feelings and questions, emotions are arising because of this, right? Deeper questions about life in general. Going down that road, wanting to feel inspiration, looking for emotional fulfillment, needing a more mindful and simpler life to deal with, knowing that there's more out there. There's so much more. And feeling a tug. And sensing that something is around the corner. But not knowing what that is. Not being able to see the destination, only seeing the right now, which is fine. We all need to come into the moment. But take one step, baby steps forward. Have trust. Trust in God. Trust in the Spirit. Have belief and faith. In fact, a lot of people are beginning to question that area of their life. And they're beginning to realize the significance of such a thing, such a phenomenon, faith, what that is, what it means. Because life is a mystery. Our road is a mystery. You're not going to get the answers. Our handbook isn't given to you. Well, yeah, there are handbooks, but you don't get the ultimate answers. There's guidance. There's wisdom to follow. There are guidebooks, but not handbooks for perfection of doing it. Right? We do our best. We're not perfect. We transgress. We sin, which means to miss the mark, to make a mistake. We all make mistakes, but we get back up and we do it again. We stay humble. We stay true to ourselves. We walk with integrity. We walk principled and with nobility and with strength into a future that we can't see. We just have faith. And so, deeper questions about the unknown and the road we're taking. Just be very wise about your steps, and you can't go wrong. Number 4, emotional awareness, spiritual awareness. This is like stemming from number 3. Because it's having an understanding and an awareness that your soul needs something nurturing and nourishing. There's a child within you that needs parenting, that needs love, self-love, and what that is. Because if you don't love yourself, you cannot love anybody else. You just can't. And no one is going to take care of you and your health and make the right choices for you. You've got to do it yourself. And there's this feeling, this understanding that this is what's needed. That this is what you must do. It's going to be a lifelong journey. It's the hero's journey. Going through these cycles, these archetypes that we all go into. But realizing that there's an emotional fulfillment that you're seeking. And there's a simplicity, a sacred simplicity that you long for. And a purpose to your life that you're searching for. This awareness comes up. It's coming up for all of us. For others, you're just beginning. For many of you who've been on the road with me, there's a sense that the next step is on its way, that we are very close to it. Emotional awareness. It brings you to a healing so that you leave pains from your past and you're ready for the future. A new, brighter future. And although you can't see the end result, you know what it feels like. Which brings us to number 5. Clarity. Clarity. Right? A breakthrough. Having a breakthrough. Realizing that, yeah, there is something very metaphysical happening. Something very spiritual happening. Something very magnetic that we're all feeling, that we're all a part of. understanding that the universe is alive, okay? Consciousness envelops us. We are a part of the cycles of life, each of us. We all experience these energies in one form or another. They manifest differently, but we're feeling them. They're here in each of us. What's inside of us at the micro, in our cell, is happening out there in the macro, in the universe. You know, perceptions, old masks, old attachments begin to fade. You begin to realize that all along you've just been seeking something so simple and beautiful. Yourself. Coming back home to you. Developing the beauty in your family's relationships or in your love relationships. Connecting with something sacred in your everyday life. Knowing that there's beauty and magic in the spirit. And it's all around you. It's a loving energy to tap into. It's love. It is goodness, kindness, peace, long-suffering, doesn't boast. It's meek. Vulnerability. It's a truth out there that you want to be open to. And many falsehoods are falling away. The truth is exposing itself. It's rising to the surface. The truth of you and the truth of our world. Revelations are occurring. Transformations are happening. And it feels good. You don't have to be somebody that keeps up with the Joneses. You don't have to be somebody that has something to prove to anyone. You only have to prove it to yourself and to that love, that spirit that runs things in this world. And the magic of it. The sacredness of it. You see the beauty in you. The beauty in your life. In your tale. You can rewrite your tale. I think many of you are beginning to have a clear vision of what you would like to see for yourself. And you can't see the end result because we got to take steps forward. But you have a vision. There is one that you'd like to make for yourself. And you can do that. You can rewrite your story. Starting today, it's the first day in a new story. You know, when you're inspired, you're in spirit. Continue to inspire yourself. Fill your mind with things that are of beauty, that are made of creativity and passion and all the things that inspire and nourish the spirit. that enhances the Spirit, that builds upon the Spirit, that adds faith, love, dream, and dream big. Work on your spiritual gifts because you have them. We each do. Hone them. You can make a mark. You can make a really big impact in your own special way. Find power in that. In what you do well, what you do best. Walk away from the things of the past that hold you back and surrender. It's about surrendering to the divine. It's about surrendering to life. Allow yourself this vision, this ride, this road. Walk it with me and others who are doing it. There's beauty on the other side of things, on the other side of where you're at. I know many of you right now, you're feeling lost. You're in this place of, you're asking, who am I? Who am I? You're a child of beauty. You're a child of love. You're a child of this universe. You're a child of spirit. You're a child of the Creator. You're a co-creator. That's what you are. With powerful spiritual gifts and lots of love to give. There's a higher version of yourself. And I want you to have that vision. I want you to recreate and rewrite your story. You have a purpose. And this purpose is going to make you want to jump up and get out of bed every day to do it. You're going to want to do it over and over and over again. You're going to be addicted to it, as you should. You're born with it. It's written in you, encoded in you, your DNA. You are one note in this orchestra. The scripture says, when one is found, they all celebrate and they sing. Walk in the Spirit. Walk in the Spirit of truth and love. It's right there for you if you want it, if your heart desires it. Let go of old past pains, old stuff that doesn't mean anything anymore. And make a commitment. Moving forward. I promise you will not regret it. I promise you. And with that, I'm going to end it there. These are the 5 things that you might find yourself going through as we enter this winter solstice of December 21st, 2019, ending a decade of craziness, of a wild, insane, I can't even really tell you how intense this past 10 years have been for me. Okay, the past 20 years, even 30 years, the pain, the loss, the sorrow, the adversity. But I always saw a light at the end of the tunnel, and I always stayed close to Spirit. I knew that I was walking with God, that God was walking with me. And without my deep desire to search and seek truth, to seek my purpose in life, my value, my values, I wouldn't be talking to you like this right now, 43 years old, for the first time now, seeing this is, I've come to a culmination, which is now taking me in a whole new direction. And I persevered through all of it. I went through all the pains of it. I felt it. I learned from it. And I have let it go. Right now, I'm living one day at a time. I feel stronger than I ever have before. And honestly, to tell you the truth, more beautiful, even though I've aged. I say that because of who I am inside. And the story of my life, the way it has been up until now. And the story that I've chosen to write for myself. And so, I'm asking all of you to join me as we go through this. I am your guide, your seer, your teacher, your coach, your healer, your friend. So let's do this together, shall we? As we enter a brand new decade and making a commitment for the good, the bad, and the ugly. But walking the path of the spiritual awakening journey. Okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because this is not for the faint of heart. You must be strong. And if not, you'll learn it. You'll learn how to assert yourself. You'll learn how not to people please. Because you need to stand firm in who you are and your beliefs. Do what's right. Standing principled with honor and truth. Standing in spirit, in the spirit of truth. And speaking with spirit and truth. So, let's do it, shall we? Mwah. I want to thank you for spending your time here with me, here at the Sacred Raven, your channel for transformation and truth, which I promise to always give you here. Let's make this one amazing. Let's make it beautiful. It is possible. It really is. And with that, namaste, my beautiful friends. Amen. And I love you. Be sure to let me know in the description or in the comment section what you're going through, what the energy has been like for you. What has your year been like? Or even this past decade, as briefly as you can, so that I know where we're at, okay? I want to feel like I'm connected to you and I have a better understanding of what you all are going through. And let me know if you're ready to commit to a deeper, more enriching, more nourishing life. If you're ready to rewrite your life story. If you're ready to educate yourself about making changes in your life. walking away from past pains and moving into something more beautiful, more light. Finding your self-love once again, or maybe for the very first time, and finding that place that you were created for, because there's people who need you. They need your voice, your vision, your love, what you have to say, what you have to offer. And there's no better time than now. There really isn't. Because that's where we live, in the now. So thank you for being here. Share, comment, hit the like button for sure. You know how it is for us YouTube personalities. And subscribe. I promise I won't let you down. And be sure to check out the description box where you can find me elsewhere. Okay? Until later, you guys. Namaste. This is Jamie signing off.